did work almost my entire life, you know, for like literally longer than I can remember. You know, like dancing has always been a part of my life, and I finally made it to the point where I like have, you know, the potential, and you know, I'm in the training to be in the New York City like ballet and part of that group. So I don't know if I'm just like getting, you know, excited and like ahead of myself, and I'm just not like thinking clearly, and I'm like kind of being so stupid or like silly, or if like it is the right choice to maybe stop dancing and pursue something else. Like I could really see myself, like I've really thought about like career options for me, and I would like to be like maybe a pediatric nurse.
It's very nice. You never mentioned it before.
I mean, it's like there's something like younger when I was just dancing like for fun, like as a sport. Like I was like, you know, play pretend like nurse or doctor, and like, you know, with the baby dolls and stuff. And that was something like even growing up in high school. Before that, I realized that like the dancing dream was like within reach. You know, I did look at like nursing programs in schools I could go to, and there are some really good nursing schools here in New York.
There certainly are, yeah. Do you think that pursuing pediatric nurse, you said, career is much more easier than becoming a dancer?
I mean,
with
like,
your condition too.
I think it depends, like how, I don't really know. I think it like depends how you look at it, I guess, because like part of me says that, you know, like I did throw up this week, but it was only like a fourth of what I usually do, just because I was so much more comfortable with myself, and I was just like happier and like in a lighter, just like, you know, like better mood.
Yes.
So like part of me just doesn't know if I just need to like that week break, or if I like should quit dance and should pursue like school and a career to, you know, for myself a more like a normal life, and to maybe enjoy like the more laid back, because I'm good at hard working. I'm good at like being a hard worker, and that's what I've done my whole life. But it might be nice and rejuvenating to put that like hard work ethic into something else that's not dancing and like self-destructive. Bless you. Sorry, I was like 25 seconds delayed.
It's okay.
So that's just the point that I'm at, like right now. Like the idea sounds really awesome. Just like quit dance at the end of the year, like in May, so I still have, you know, another month there, and then just do like recreational, like if I want, and then if I decide that, you know, I'm enjoying school too much, like I kind of talked to my mom about it too. Like she had what I thought was like a pretty good idea was, since I'm taking classes anyways, like I take, you know, every semester, I just take like as a part-time student, you know, use the summers like any other semester, and take, you know, 2 classes or 1 class if I want to enjoy my summer.
Yes.
And you know, just take like a class or 2, and then like wean off the dance, and then add in other activities that I find that I like, and then at the end of the summer see where I stand, like if I want to continue dancing, if I want to start the fall semester like as a full-time student, and like to use the summer to kind of figure out what I do and don't want.
So your short-term plan is next week going to the dance practices again? Mm-hmm. With what kind of mindset though? Like, I want to be here, or I'm going to be here for the next month and I'm quitting?
I mean, I feel like I want to be there. But I just like, I think that I don't want to be there as badly as I did 2 years ago. Well, so 3 years ago.
You lost this
I think I'm just like, I'm realizing it's more self-destructive than it is like building me up. Because there are other girls that like talk about it, but they have the same disorder that I do. And like, I don't know, I just like, I don't think it's healthy for me to be in that environment, like around people that are like doing the same unhealthy artist that I am when I'm not even happy half the time. Like, I'm happy when I'm on stage and I get to be in front of people and, like, I get to be dancing and doing what I want. But, like, and in, like, the studio, too. It's nice to be in the studio, but, like, when you're there for 6 hours a day, like, I go home and I want to do nothing else but lay in bed or, like, soak in an ice bath. Like, I think I'm just, like, realizing it was a dream that I thought I really wanted, and I'm now slowly realizing that maybe it's not. I could be wrong. I really, like, right now, I just feel like I keep going back and forth with, like, you know, am I getting too excited? Am I getting too ahead of myself? Why haven't I thought of this before?
You're feeling too excited about the new activities that you participated in?
And just, like, how much how good I felt this week. Like, I had energy to do stuff. Like, I felt okay eating a salad and not feeling the need to, like, throw up and, like, having a bag of potato chips, and I felt okay.
Maybe this is your true self, like, not being out of a competitive environment. This is you.
Mm-hmm.
In a non-competitive environment.
Yeah, so that's what I'm, like, starting to realize is, you know, maybe, like, not to say I've made the wrong choices, and maybe some of the choices that I've been making and, like, the dreams I was chasing thinking I really wanted weren't the best for me and weren't, like, what I actually wanted.
I also want to add that being with people that are not, don't have the same way of thinking, like the people you were at the dancing practices. You talk about different topics there, like you're not in a competitive environment. You spend time with people who are not who don't share the same goal with you, and they're competitive with you. They just want to have a good time with you. And I bet you felt the difference this week being with people.
Yeah, and that's, like, the one thing that's, like, kept me coming back to the idea of not, like...
All good?
of not, like, needing to go back to the dance studio.
Can you tell me more about what did you talk about with the new group of friends that you had?
It was a lot of just, like, I mean, there was a group of, like, 6 of us. 6 including myself. Both males. It was 3 females and, wait. Yeah, it was 3 and 3.
That's good. Perfect.
And it was, like, I mean, 2 of us were new to the group, so it was just a very, like, getting to know you. So just kind of, like, basic questions. Where are you from? Like, how'd you end up in New York? You know, where you live? Like, how long have you been here? And it was, like through that conversation and, you know, like, listening to the others answer questions and kind of talk about themselves, too. And talking about, like, the Met and, like, different parts of the city, you know, like the garment district and the meatpacking district.
Yeah.
You know, then, like, outside of the city, you know, there are different, like, Astoria and, like, Westchester and, like, different areas that I've, like, of course I've heard of. You know, I live in the city, but I've never actually been there. And it was, like, those conversations that I realized, you know, what do you do during the day? And I was like, you know, I'm in a dance studio. And they all thought that was awesome and, like, very admirable, you know, that I'm, like, you know, that I seemed passionate about, you know, what I was doing, that I came up here to, you know, follow my dreams. But for me, it was like, okay, like, I'm in New York. Like, I already have, like, you know, I've settled down here. Like, I'm already a student here. I, like, looked at the Fordham University, and like, here in the city, has a really good nursing school. And, like, I spoke to one of the, and like, part of the administration staff and admissions staff, and they said, like, my grades and my like, resume are good enough to get me in. You know, it's, like, still competitive. It depends, you know, who else applies. But they said like, because I needed to know if I was lacking anything. I'm lacking like one basic course that I can take this summer.
So you're planning to transfer there?
I mean, I don't. It's just an option. Like this
You
week,
should do that.
This week gave me a lot of motivation to like seek out different options for myself. Like I figure I'm already in New York. If dancing isn't for me, then like what am I gonna do? And like I know there are some amazing hospitals in the city. And I could see myself like being a nurse. I also like I don't think I can be a dancer for the rest of my life. And that's not something I ever thought I wanted. I always just thought I was gonna dance, go to school part-time, maybe like after I graduated, like while graduating, dancing for the New York City Ballet. And then like I wanted to do something else in my life. I just never thought about what or like how I was gonna do that. So now I'm starting to think about like what it is that I want for myself post-dancing, whether the post-dancing be now, a year from now, or 5 or 10 years from now. But I still just like kind of am searching for a possible plan. And like some things that I can do to get myself there.
The question that I have for you is that why do you have to, I could say, hurt yourself for dancing when you see that you can do something much more beneficial for you, going to a nursing school and achieve what you want? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why do you have to return to a competitive environment? You're going to recall so many bad memories from the past.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's just been a part of my life for so long that I can't picture, like, doing anything outside of dance. Well, I can picture myself.
You can't do that right now or in the future?
Like, right now, like, I can picture myself, like, I'm like, all right, like, I should apply to nursing school. Like, if I get in, then maybe it's, like a sign in a sense that, like, I should go, that's what I should do. And, I just, like, at the same time, I just, like, don't know anything else but dance. So it's, like, nerve-wracking to not, like, fear of the unknown in a sense. Like, I just don't, like, right now I'm at this, like, crossroad where I don't know if dancing is for me. I'm doubting dancing and dancing as a career, but then there's that fear of, like, what if nursing isn't for me? And, like, I'm just in this excitement right now and, like, don't know, like, my mom was all for the idea. Like, I talked to her, and it was helpful to hear that my mom was very supportive in me quitting dance. And,
did you let her know what your decisions or intentions?
Yeah, I kind of talked to her because, my parents, do help fund me and fund my activities. So I just, I wanted to talk to her just to get, that maternal advice, I guess. And, something that she said that, really stuck with me and I think helped me was that, even if I decide to quit dance, I've done it for almost my entire life, so the habits, the good habits that you learn from dancing, she said, will always stick with me. The hard work, the discipline, the control, the time management, and that even if I decide to quit, that I can still use the things that I learned and apply them to other aspects of my life.
Yes.
And
you just have to erase all the bad habits from dancing.
Yeah, but I was kind of not giving up hope, but confused as to frustrated with how to do that. And this week I think kind of shed new light that I think I took the first step in coming here.
Yes.
And wanting to fix my issue. But then this week also showed me that I can change my lifestyle